Have you ever cared about someone only to realize that they don't care about you the same way? The feeling that punches you in the gut when you realize that no matter how much you give, they just aren't there for you. It's a pain we have all felt and it can be unbearable. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from that pain faster? Let me tell you about someone I knew. It was just a regular Wednesday evening, somewhere around 4 to 5. He was a guy who used to be highly emotional once upon a time, irrational even. But by that day, he had transformed into a rational, goal driven person. But on this particular day, something wasn't right. He felt this heaviness in his heart, and as hard as he tried, he couldn't figure out where it was coming from until it hit him. The person he cared deeply about didn't feel the same way. He always thought he didn't care about people. Turns out he was just pretending. All of a sudden, everything crumbled. He couldn't work, couldn't focus. His mind was filled with thoughts of that person. And the pain grew stronger and deeper. You see, the moment he let go of pretending that everything was fine, he realized how deeply he had been affected. If you have ever been in a situation where someone you care about doesn't return that care, you know exactly what this feels like. It's easy to get stuck in this downward spiral thinking about them over and over and over again. But here's the truth, holding on to that emotion only makes things worse. I'll be honest with you, though it is an undeniable fact that they don't care about you, it is also an undeniable fact that holding on to that emotion is only going to make you worse. So I don't want to say something vague, just don't think about them because that is less likely to help. Maybe I'll give some action steps so that you can let go of it faster. The first one is, so what do you do when you are trapped in that painful loop? The first thing you do is this, grab a piece of paper or even better your diary, and if you have the habit of writing on your diary, and write down the exact words you wish they would say to you. The words that if the person said to you might make you feel better. I know this is cheating, but try this. That person might never come talk to you, so do it for yourself and your well being. Maybe you want them to apologize, or perhaps you need them to give you an explanation. Imagine them saying those exact words to you in silence. The reality is, they might never come to you, but this process will help you release that pent up energy. You deserve to feel better, even if you have to create that closure for yourself. The second step is, now, this trick is something that I call the positive reframing. Let's say I'll give you an example for this, and you will understand it through this scenario. What is positive reframing? Let's say you are on your way to an important meeting or interview. You are dressed in classic formals and you take your family car and you're on the way for your interview. Just then a car comes so fast beside and the driver does reckless driving that he almost hits you. You get so rageful at the way he just drove, and now your mind is fucked. You want to punch that guy in his perfect teeth. This state of mind is not going to help when you hold on to it when you go for your interview. You don't have much time to change your state. What do I do to change this state? You imagine that in the same situation, in a scenario, in a perspective and angle that is going to calm you down. Now imagine that man was actually trying to save his child who hasn't been breathing because something got stuck in his respiratory tract and the baby has turned blue. It's just a few minutes before the baby is going to lose its life. And he's just a desperate father who wants to save his child. What then? In an instant, your rage would vanish. You'd feel compassion instead. This is exactly what you need to do with your emotions. Look at the situation from a different perspective that helps you calm you down. It's not about denying your feelings, it's about giving yourself a break from the hurt. So I know this is also cheating, but it does good to you. Imagine the situation in a positive light that is going to change your state of mind. Third is something I call the healthy distraction. If the pain is too overwhelming, give yourself some time to distract your mind. Go for a walk in nature. I know it's generic, but do it, it helps. Go for a walk in nature, no phone, no music, just you, your thoughts, and the world around you. Take a note or a diary with you, journal it out, and then tear that page if you need to. Or dive into a good book or a movie. But remember, don't distract yourself indefinitely. You're trying to release, but not avoid it. Confront that emotion. At the end of the day, it's undeniable that some people won't care about you the way you care about them. And that's okay. What's not okay is letting that fact control your life. Take action, write it out, change the story in your mind, and when it's too much, give yourself some space to breathe. You'll get through it. If has anyone ever left you feeling that way, let me know in the comments. Share your thoughts. It might just help someone else who's also going through the same thing. Subscribe now for more content like this and share this with someone who might need to hear it today. Remember, healing starts with you. Peace.